Hello, my name is Nick Maniscalco. I have enjoyed your class so far, Jenny. Thank you. So this semester I was given the possibility to work with a friend of mine named Eric Backman. I gotta give you a little history on that one. Um, I've known Eric since I was 15 years old or something. I don't know, 25, 20, 25, about 20 years ago. um, and Eric and I, we would do sports together. Um, well, 16 years ago, I was in a car accident, took me out, um, and so I went to the hospital. I didn't have any connection with him for a long time. Then, as I have recently found out, um, he 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 works on a computer, or he used to. He used to do all software and stuff like that. Um, and so he was always bent over for a long period of time throughout the day, and this did not help his back. And so finally, he started going to the chiropractor because it really hurt him. And I don't know, he was going to the chiropractor, and then one day, everything was going great, and then one day there was like a pop, and he's like, "Ooh, that did not feel good. That did not feel right." And they're like, "Oh, it's okay. It'll be fine. That's normal." So he's like, "Well, okay." So he went home, and it wasn't feeling better in the morning. And he's like, "Well, okay, I'll just let it." It went by. A week went by. 2 weeks went by. Months went by. And he's still having this serious pain. He went to doctors for it to figure out what's going on, and like to the point where he was on some serious pain relieving medication for him, and he was in a lot of pain. And so he, like, in his brain, it was like, maybe this is because I've been slouched over or whatever working on the computer, so maybe that's what's causing the pain. And that's, I don't know. So he kept looking into it, but it was so bad that he couldn't even get out of bed some days. It was extremely painful. So, skip forward a couple years. This happened, I don't remember, to 16, 15, or something like that. And so, maybe even before that. So he was in still a lot of pain, and so he went to, and like he was going to a meeting about this back program, and it's called New Back. That's NUBACK. And so he was found relief in that, but it wasn't normal. But like it would feel better, but then he'd get back and just like it would cause him a lot of pain again. After he met with another chiropractor, not really believing what they would do, but he went to them, and the therapist, he was the chiropractor. I mean, he was a back specialist, and so Eric was like, "Well," and the guy's like, "Could you lay down on the table?" I don't know where they were. It's my guess they were in his office. So could you lay down on the table? And so who Eric did. And so then the guy is like just like feeling his back, and he pushed on his rib cage or something, and it felt better. It was a pop and it felt better. He had a dislocated rib for, I think, 2 or 3 years, and he was in serious pain. But like, of course, now that it was back in place, he needed to exercise and to keep it there so that way it wouldn't pop out again, because it had been several years, so its normal spot was not in the correct spot. So he went in and bought partnership or whatever with New Back Program, and so he bought several tables, and these tables, they vibrate, and so that really helped him, and it really helped his back. Then he found somebody that was selling their business for a lot cheaper than normal, and things happened right, and so he bought the business, and it ended up to be a huge warehouse. Well, not a huge warehouse, but a big shop. So at this shop, he bought the shop, and the old owner was doing physical therapy in it and everything. And so Eric bought it and started revamping it. Like, he took it and he turned this shop into a medical care center. Like, they had doctors there. They have several physical therapists there. They have physical therapists. They have personal trainer who works he works from 8 years old up to, I think, like 80, he said, I think. And so, yeah, he has a huge range. And so there's that. So then he's got massage people all lined up. And so it's been a huge blessing. And since Eric started, he's like, I want to start a nonprofit fund, so that way people can come to my place, my business, and participate without necessarily even paying for it. Eric wants to just give back. He knows what it's like to have his life taken away from him, and he really wants to make sure that it doesn't happen to anybody else. He's been looking for a nonprofit ever since he started, ever since he opened, but nothing. It was kind of in the back of his mind, on the back burner. Well, being as how we're good friends, I saw him, I met up with him, and I was just talking to him. I was like, hey, I'm in school now, and this is what I'm doing. The reason why I saw him and everything, I was attending physical therapy at his office, at his business, this establishment. And so I was like, hey, and we've been good friends, so I was like talking, and I was like, I'm taking a nonprofit business class, and I actually have to help run a nonprofit. And in his head, it's like, bam, bam, oh, wow. And so things happened. Things came to fruition, I think. And so he was able to start his nonprofit business. To start applying for the nonprofit. Now, this takes a lot longer than I thought. It's not just a simple signature from your mayor in the city. It's quite a bit of process. So we applied for it, and been waiting. We got accepted through the state. The state gave us permission, and that's great. That's wonderful. But now we're waiting for the tax ID, the tax write-off, so that way we can post it on social media and stuff. So I was working on doing all that. I did a lot of research. I spent my days researching because we couldn't really do a whole lot. He already has physical, or not, he already has social media set up, but not, like, you can't donate to it. And so I was figuring out what you have to do to that. And what's the best, like, is it physical, is it Facebook? Is it TikTok? Is it Instagram? And so Eric has Facebook and Instagram, but he doesn't really do a whole lot. And so I was like, alright, well, I'll learn where we can put this tax information, or this nonprofit, and so on the social media, so that way people can donate. People aren't going to donate if they don't know you. So you need to get known in the community. So that's what we were doing.